Okay, so the Bitcoin is the big buy of the year, closing out the end of the year. We broke the trend line on the daily closing prices precisely on that magenta line, purple line, what the fuck this? Medium purple. Medium purple. Let's go for the giant yellow in your face, fat ass line. The fat as it gets. Broke out, pulled back. Yeah, but that's just momentum dying out because you've chosen your rate of change here, right? This would be the channel. But that is the daily chart, and it has taken us 2 years to get back here. 2 fucking years. Son of a bitch. Breakout, pull back. Buy the blue, sell the gold. Now, with the caveat that, of course, when it's fucking in goober buy mode, like this is the trend. Think of where's all the goobers on the street? I was just watching an ICT video, and the comments were mind-blowing. Like, I have 3 kids and 5 apples in the fridge. And since now that I found your class, I'm fucking amazing. I'm fucking amazing. But so here's the argument for the trend traders is that never take a sell if the color is yeller. Never take a, never take a buy when the color is blue. So you never bought here. There's no trade for you. Only sells. So right now, you're supposed to be selling. But at some point, let's face it, there's a trend line you can draw here that makes total sense. Right here is a trend line. Let's get a different color for this one. This one I'm going to make insanely large. A big white line. There, I said it. White lines, people. Stay in the white. The white line is the edge of the road, okay? That's where your limit order goes. You want to get long on some hooker on the side of the road where you're tagging the... Wow, I saw a hooker just... that was so hot. I was ready to turn back and hand her my MT4 scripts and say, baby, call me, see how this works out. Like, check this script out I wrote. Oh, you're just brilliant. Blew up the account how many times? Well, it looked like a good trade to me. You said buy when it's blue. So the contrarian says buy when it's accumulate when it's blue, maybe. And that's the other one. We want to get these, we want to put our orders in like, we pull the trigger when it's heavy down and it's retesting this stuff here. Then what else? Here's your glorious measured move I described in the other video. Rarely, this is the Gartley from heaven or the Batwing from the whorehouse. Pretty Woman, I'm thinking that movie right there. That's the story of most people's lives, I think. She's good enough. Look like she's not a brain surgeon, but look at her fucking ass. Come on. Can we just get on with this? So, and here's your little dojis, right? And now it's just getting all quiet and all the scandals, and it's just kind of fundamentally it's good, and it's just great. I like it. This is the obvious goal. If it ever gets to 30 grand, if it ever gets to 28 grand, people are going to be, you know what? That's a good fucking trade. We bought that bitch. We made 10 grand. Just good old-fashioned money, because this really is leverage. People have Forex accounts with mega leverage. This is leverage in the sense that the guy on the street, the goober, why does it have intrinsic value? I believe this is the thing. The culmination, if you're a fundamentalist, this is for fundamental people trading only now. When the market goes sideways and it starts to consolidate, and it's the acceptance of price, fundamentally, psychologically, across all forms of everything. The test of Bitcoin was what is the fair value currently based on. Okay, so when the people get involved, the public comes in, it's a pretty heavy ride. But now you're back to a nice low volatility, just like before the train left the station. And you got all these things just lining up. And the other one that kind of fundamentally hit me was I heard about 3 days ago that the banks are whining that they can't afford to get a hot chick in a skirt to walk down the hallway to open up a little room with your key and then their key and then the master key and open up and look at all your little jewelry and go, wow, stuff's so safe at the bank. The banks are claiming, now maybe I got this mixed up with the post office box, that they're not going to do anymore. But obviously, there's rent in parking your money. I think the Swiss are charging to park your money. I don't know. Maybe I mixed up those two stories. But the intrinsic value here is that, okay, so you know what? I've got a wallet of money. I have a digital mattress. But I slept on it too many times. It's not worth as much. I put it on the curb. I think, this mattress is free. Although, you should have seen the girls I had on this mattress. Like, if this mattress could talk. What if mattresses could talk? Do you think there'd be like a mattress talk coin? You should hear what my mattress has to say. There's a chip. When you lay in the bed just right, it talks to you. I thought about that. Can't we just integrate the mattress with... you're lonely, your mattress just turns into just a nice piece of ass. Nice and soft, and she's not too bony. The bony girls are good for riding on top, maybe, but you don't want to break nothing. What position do you like? It's like, that shouldn't. How about what position do you like coin? Oh, this coin I got? It goes from yellow to blue. Oh my God. When it's in blue, I'm buying. I don't know. This being contrarian is just because I just hate everything. I hate everybody. The whole world hates me. So it's really tough, And there's trades that people have taken that are so fucking amazing. And if they don't trade after that, it's like a guy that would go back and use all his winning lottery money. Now, do you really think the guy that wins the power fucking ball, what was that ball sized at over in California? The motherfucker hasn't showed up yet. I don't blame him. He's like, fucking people have drawn guns on him. Okay, bitch, what's your PIN code? I'm cutting your nuts off. What's your PIN code? Turns into a fucking bad movie. So Bitcoin, the setup, setups go. Of course, like I said, it could keep tanking. And what's the argument for tankage is it's blue, right? Only sell the blue. You told that when you were a little kid. Only buy the yellow. Well, if you took only buy the yellow shit, you would have bought this pullback here. You think this is the trend line. It's going to heaven. How many people didn't think that this was the new channel? It's just going to creep away. It's going to sneak away from the scandal up here, right? This is the laptop from hell up here. And that's probably, you can't even say that. I was thinking around at some tunes in the background. I don't know about the copyright strikes, but when you say just the word ICT, they kind of want to ban you. So these are my analysis. This is a flag, right? Is how do you play that? And how long you fucking wait? Now, even the goober that said, well, I'm really kind of like into confirmation. Make sure she's having diseases or nothing. Dude, she's alive, okay? Fuck her. So... this is the thing. I could put a sell stop here and go, yeah, I sold. As soon as it took out this structure level, I knew that was confirmation we were going to hell. Duh. Who didn't have who didn't think this was the support level? I mean, it's a pivot. Yeah, it's a pivot. And that's what a pivot is, I suppose. It could go either way. So the pivots are the dojis because it could go either fucking way. It could either go bing or bang. That's the whole point of it. What's it going to do next? It's going to go fucking to this floor. And sellers are supposed to come in and take it down. If they don't, they're going to fucking rip it up. It's just how it is. It's going to zig. It's going to zag. It's just that when you see this shit, and I got to get the headlines for the fucking news here. Now, this is when they open the exchange in New York City. New York City with all those smart people on Wall Street trading it now. God, really, Jimmy Bob? Oh, we should get in on that trade. Yeah, well, I don't know. This guy's got a Gartley pattern he's talking about on this other YouTube channel. This guy, ICT, he's got like a fucking inside. I don't know. Gosh, you see the comments in that fucking thing, ICT. Blow your mind. I have a dishwasher and 3 cats, and when I found your channel... Dude... What does this have to do with trading? The fact that you own your Ferraris, you're putting that EA85 in your Ferrari, you fucked the engine all up, trying to save money. Trying to save me some money. Dude, you're going to die. Come on, got that COVID mask on. Step away from my grocery. Get the fuck out of the grocery store. What are you doing in this fuck? Dude, you got... Are you serious? Dude, I knew people were fucking stupid. And not until, really not until this virus thing. Did you really ever see, look at the store now? It's on the other side of town. Dude. A girl came into the office and she had the mask on that had like a saying on it, like Happy Turkey Day. So this is the thing. Just watch out, dude. Like, I don't like to go anywhere for this primary reason. I think this called this anecdotal evidence. I was out and I saw a girl. The mask. The happy. It's like... I mean, how about an American flag, right? Where this breathing through the stars or something. I don't know. I give up. The blind people, I was driving down this road that said blind area, and I thought, man, you guys are blessed. You fucking have to see this shit. That's the silver lining. And that's the thing about the charts, you know. That's the thing about indicators. Once you see it, can you unsee that? With 2 girls and a cop. Is that ever going to go out of your mind? I mean, it's going to be there forever. It's a touchstone of where you know, that's really the direct method. Like direct to disc. No, there's no, dude, we didn't mix this down. We hooked the mic up to the cutter and we just had you play. Direct to disc. Does sound good though. Direct to disc is always the way to go. Not too much processing, please. No, actually, pour it on. At this point, you know, as soon as you're going to go auto-tune, the auto-tune and sample loops, pretty much we're just going to go. We're on a hill. You're in a saucer on an icy hill in the wintertime. Those metal aluminum saucers that get all dented up and shit. How is that even legal? You know, we used to go down hills on aluminum like some fucking shit somebody rolled in their basement. This magnesium or something. Back when magnesium was cheap. So the Bitcoin, I think, is going up. I mean, I think this is like the fair price for it to trade sideways, let's say. So there's the other big contention. If you think you see a move that's going to happen, it's like, okay, great, but now how big can I trade this trade now? This one idea. And that's when, you know, if you're an investor, your lifestyle is probably the end of the year. What we do, Jed, come here, let me show you what we do here. We have an 8-period exponential, because it's hard to say exponential, so we have one of those moving averages. And we have, I always thought that was ridiculous. Well, it's exponential. Yeah. Is that like existential? Did they outlaw that word? You can't say existential. Well, exponential. I like the linear weighted myself because I mean she's a fat bottom girl. It kind of hugs the price. Linear weighted moving average because I'm a linear guy. I'm a grid guy. That's how I roll. But my favorite has to be the adaptive moving average, which is the hardcore trend line on closing prices on the white line, which is the trend. Because if you open up trend and you see this is a trend indicator, and I set mine to the tightest you can get it, which is 1. Because 1 is the loneliest number. It is the way to go. Is the true price over time. Snapshot takes out all the volatility because all the wicks are just nothing but people stop hunting you. That's right. That's what ICT will teach you. Okay, that's clever. Well, duh. It's these people have sucked it. Oh, I didn't think about that. Like, me trying the other direction? So I've been getting stopped out, huh? Oh, damn it. So I think I figured that one out, especially in Forex, years ago. So I've been exploiting that limit entry idea. And it fits my contrarian view of everybody's got their head up their ass, except me. But being on the bleeding edge, so I noticed that I could see the market. I could feel that we were ridiculously done. But I'm an impatient person, so I'm like, dude, can't you guys see you're out of your fucking mind at this point? I mean, hello. This price is a little ridiculous, and everybody's all giddy, and I hear ads on the radio. I was a sell signal. As soon as you hear it, well, you know what? This is the latest thing to get. I'm like, oh god. And people are buying this, they're buying that, they're buying this, they're scared out of their mind, they're buying a gun, they're buying a gold brick. Dude, I'm just sitting here hoping this hooker comes back on my street and offers me a lower price. Actually, I just want to talk to her. That's what I want to tell the police. Just talking to her. God damn, give me a break. So, let's go back to the chart here. What a Kreberg year. 2 years. 2 fucking years. Wow. Around the block with this Bitcoin. I think we go to 28 grand. I'm getting out. But I'll get out along the way and the lifestyle. So one of the ICT students, I went to his site. After the comments, too curious, I couldn't take it. I was like, who is this guy? He's a real guy. So I thought it was all fake stuff, but some of it's fake, but these are real people, man. So they come through ICT, and I guess this angle, I don't know where he finds these people, or they find him, but their angle is, I got like 3 cats in a dishwasher that's kind of like doesn't wash too good. It just has a warming cycle left. So we just wash the dishes and we put it in there and kind of let it dry it out a little bit. Spray some of that Cascade on there. People wash dishes like, dude, what is this, a chemical factory? Just wipe it off. Like, Americans are like, no, it just came out of the autoclave. You can this silverware, we have an autoclave in the fucking kitchen, in our kitchen. Put our silverware in there, and then we put rubber gloves on, we mask, we cut holes through the mask. Dude, give me a fucking break. Dude, go eat some shit. Fuck you. So, I can't take it, man. The nanny state has gone full fucking retard. People are so cushed out. They're just too cushed out. You gotta fucking uncush them. So it's a halfway. It's like that jar you can't fucking open. It's very frustrating. So the things about trading would say frustration and impatience. But these are the glory days, man. Just count your blessings. You did not fucking buy this bitch at $67,000 fucking dollars. Pat yourself on the back with your left nut because you're fucking amazing. But if you don't buy it at 15 grand, I'm already up 1,000 on this trade. So it's up. I'm rooting. Big time. But I don't have the patience. I'm not staying in this till it goes into 28. It's gonna take like fucking weeks, dude. I'm not gonna do it. But you can. If you're an investor, I'm recommending buy and hold till 28 grand. But I was just not gonna do it. But I do that. Mark me down in this video right now. There, I said it. It's time stamped. It's real. I'm making that prediction. 28, at least my first target being the obvious $20,000 level. As soon as it goes up 5 grand, people are getting the fuck out because 5 grand is a lot of fucking money. If I put a 5 grand grid on here, you go, oh, look at this, pivots at 5 grand also. So the momentum view is the Gartley pattern, the moving average, whatever the fuck have you, because those are built about price over time in a chart. Then you have the ticker tape view of reality. Well, what's fundamentally going on back in 2020? How is the world in 2020? You know? And what's happened since? It's nuts, right? All the way back to the starting gate. It reminds me of this could be a fucking 1 hour chart, or well, 4 hour chart maybe. I know, it's pretty dramatic. It looks so insane that it's not even right. But that is the daily, I mean, that's the weekly chart. So you're looking at 2 years of data, well, 2.5. You leave the station, and this is, I'm sure, another sweet spot to get in if you've got any money left. Of course, I do. I could keep buying this all the way down and build a giant position. And then, for the guy that does that, he's going to make a lot of money. He's going to build every time he hears bad news about the fucking Bitcoin, the tethers, doesn't fucking matter, dude, because somebody thought this is a topic on the bottom here. This is the early point of the launching pad. If it comes back to 10 grand, 8 grand, you think people are going to fucking buy it, dude? The market has a memory of this price being fair value before. What the fuck happened here? What in the fuck happened here? That is the biggest fucking move on any instrument, I think, that the public's ever been in that I could think of. And then here is the exquisite quadruple top. It reminds me of the British pound and the monthlies like 10 years ago. Well, fucking amazing. Just unfucking believe. It's like this is the hottest chick in the world. There's never a chick ever that hot again for a long time. Then there's another hot chick comes up. And then she turns out to be a crack whore. Uh-oh. And now she's fucking getting killed. Now she's dead. Right, car crash. This is the home she left. This is the little box she used to live in. Everything was all pristine and everything she could count on. And her boyfriend never gave her a backhand slap. Everything was good. Right, she was felt safe. And then you came along, took her for a ride in your Ferrari, your E85, and they're trying to save some money. Oof. So a big buy there in Bitcoin. I do like that trade. Oh my God. Talk about fucking, and now what's the newspaper's going to say now? Oh yeah, they want you to buy it here, see, because now the deep state's in on it, say. Dude, everybody's slop. It's like when they found the, I've said this a million times, but I don't know. Liberty Reserve, I can never pronounce it, Liberty Reserve, that the guy was charging 50 cents a transaction, and he was living in Costa Rica. And they came and took his Rolls Royce, and they go, you're out of here. That was the first Bitcoin, in my opinion. That was you could do anything you want there. I could send you $1 zillion for 50 cents, if I had $1 zillion. So somebody thought, well, what we'll do is come up with a ledger system, which is I call Bitcoin's a ledger, because it's a giant bank of wallet ledgers and Okay, this is yours. Okay, it's just verifications. But the excitement over verification reminds me of the excitement over a new way of doing something. Oh, you know what? We have something better than MasterCard or Ticketmaster. We've got something like, if you can still say Ticketmaster, you got something that's, okay, it's new fandangled. But come on, people. How long has it been since 1964? The first computer? Okay, 1983. 1990, there's computers. It's been 30 fucking years. 32 years of computers. Come on, people. 32 years of computers. NASDAQ. It's a crazy market. Remember the end of the world, 2000? 22 years ago, all the digital computers are going to blow up because they couldn't go past 2000. What are we going to do? Oh my God. That's just to sell the newspapers, of course. And now that everybody says, well, Bitcoin's just, oh gosh, I sued my broker. The brokerage is bankrupt. Well, really? No. You mean you bought Bitcoin here and now your broker went bankrupt? No. They were like, yeah, sometimes they're not trading against you. They're trading with you. What's worse? Right? They're trading with you against you. I see this shit on the internet. Dude, you fall in this rabbit hole and you're like, wait, you're whining about the trade I fucking got better than you? Oh my God. That's why people don't like to trade from that standpoint. But think about it. You're trading against your broker. Oh, that's okay then. So whatever makes it okay for you to punch your neighbor's dog in the face. So you gotta overcome that one. That's the Nazi approach. Unfortunately, if you're running the gas chambers, you're like, keep these bodies running on time. Shit, we're getting paid by the body here, people. Come on, now get this show going. I'll think about the bottom line, of course. Always thinking about the bottom line. What's the rate of return? I was really offended when I did my little symposium, my first public speaking tour in a little town years ago. Fuck, it's like 6 years ago, 8 years ago now. I sat down there thinking I'm going to find some enlightened kindred spirit at some public, hoping for the hot chick to show up. But that was one girl, not all married. Fucking get the ring on the finger. Well, cut your finger off first. You'll solve that problem. Take you back to my little woodshed. Straighten that right out. I got some tools. I got some fucking, what is that, fentanyl shit there. I heard it's the latest thing to get high. So we take some of that, put that on you, sprinkle that on your nose, and get you all snuggled up like a Bill Cosby show. Welcome to Bill. Bill's in the room. He's helping me out on this chart here. Trading Forex with Bill Cosby. That's right, people. That's the after show hours. You got to pay. You got to be a subscriber for that. Got to be in the inner circles. Inner circle traders. Alert. So I was reaching out to this guy in his video and saying, dude, here's step one. Get yourself an MT4 platform. Step two, load limit order. Step three. Step three. Maybe there's more steps. I'm going to add more steps right now. Step three, get yourself a tablet when you leave your house and you go out and you fuck your wife, or fuck your girlfriend, and ignore your wife. Then you're going to go to work on some project that you cannot get to your lunch hour. You come in, you look at your phone. Now, you don't look at your phone, son. He's trying to trade on his phone. It's so cute. Dude, go to your tablet and break that puppy out and hit the take all profits key. I don't care what you're up on, what you think the moving average is. You just get the fuck out of that trade. And re-rack it when you get home, dude. You don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every day. It's true. But you got to have something in there in the fucking burner, son. Something in the kindling. Can't have an empty fridge, dude. You got to have at least one beer left in that fucking fridge, dude. And this guy's trying to stop smoking weed. So cute. He's like, my fourth day of not smoking weed. I think we'll kill somebody. He's like, poor guy. So cute. He bought a Christmas tree and everything. But so it's a spiritual, religious thing. Or he's, I don't know. So he's 20. He starts off the video. I'm 25 years old. It's like he's fucking signing up to go put himself in prison or something. I'm 25 years old. My pockets are empty. Do not have any knives. I don't have controlled substances or nothing on me right now. You can put me in jail and I would survive a cavity search. I am ready to go. I'm just making it up now. But I felt bad, you know. It's like, poor guy. He's like, can't trade and go to work. Yeah, it's not that hard, dude. Just put the fucking orders in there. Smart money entries, though. Gotta put them in real deep, real deep. Deeper than you think. Than any market could ever go. And markets are very deep prices, and very hysterical. And the fundamentals, you know. What does the news say about oil? Oil's still falling down. I love it. Man, I hope it goes down. It is blue, and I'm not in oil trade, but I am because I drive a car and I want it to fall through the floor so fucking bad now into this rectangle. But I don't know, man. This is where the buyers, here's the bargain hunters, are start coming in here at 73 all the way to 67, and probably they're going to make some buttfuck deal over there. The Saudis are going to, so what's going to happen is they're going to use, Biden's going to go over there and do a reach around. He's going to provide a reach around on the Saudis because I think because they won the soccer thing, they need at least the money they made on that, right? They're like, you know what? We're kicking such ass in the fucking World Cup that we're just going to like put it on sale here, take it down to 67 a barrel, 68 a barrel, all the way back to this pivot, the starting gate to this thing down here. So I'm definitely interested in that price. But of course the buyers are going to come in, but in the dream of my dream is that we just keep melting down in the blue. We're monthly blue for all those trend traders out there. This is a 3-period moving average on the monthly. It's totally acceptable trend trading. So you should be short. But the other part of you says, well, wait a minute. This looks like Bitcoin, like it's a buy. You know, it's down. It's like all the way back to the starting gate. Yes, it is. Yes, it is back to the starting gate on the dailies. It is back there, but it's still dripping down. It's still blue, and we have that dashboard effect where we have it's blue on the monthly. It's blue on this. It's fucking bearish, bearish, bearish. I know that, but it's going to come to an end, and people are going to buy it like a fucking whore down here. And if we zoom out, we keep in context our analysis from the wicks on the. So if you go to the 4-hour, it's very rugged, right? It's very zigzaggy, and trades that are only available to people that have robots that are 4-hour robots, I would say. And they're going to keep buying this, but they're going to get their fucking ass clobbered if they do not take profits. So the other part of the trading thing is enter on limits, exit on profits, or exit on losses, or get stopped out. Hopefully when you put your limit order in to sell up here and you put a stop here, right, and you got to take profit here, you're going to make some good percentages until the market does something like this, okay? So the guy that's always saying, well, you need $1 zillion to trade. Not really. You just have to consistently step into, pick up a hooker on the side of the road and wonder, is she going to knife you or are you going to knife her? No, are you going to knife, is she going to knife you or is it going to be, are you going to marry her? Is she going to knife you or are you going to marry her? So that, I would say that is the, okay, the road I'm driving on, is it safe? Well, this exit's so fucked up. I'd rather go out of my way. They just completed a fucking exit by my house. So they're making exits so you can do about 100 on these exits now. Although they leave the sign at 35. It's so adorable. So I'm taking these exits at like 70 now. I'm going, well, as long as there's no ice, I think this is going to be fun. And it's fun. It really is. It's a joy. But fuck, I had to wait fucking 2 years, I think, detours for fucking, my God in heaven. And I hope they didn't pour a shitty mold this time. I know this, they put drainage in now. Yeah, that's right, fuckers. You should have thought of the drainage. They never thought of drainage before. They or dude, we built this solid, fucking solid, American built. Dude, Europeans can do shit way better. It's so funny, Americans are taking all this fucking... Americans are out of their fucking minds, dude. This is fucking Wild West. It always will be. People are out of their fucking mind here. Look at this shit. Look at these fuckers. But when they finally wake up, it's so funny. The Americans are like, well, okay, well, we finally figured it out. They're like the goober. Oh, yeah, well, the limit. Oh, yeah, the limit orders. Yeah, the Europeans are like, what in the fuck are they talking about? When I was a kid, I'll never forget going to Europe. And I came back and I was like, oh, I see. Yeah. All my friends are like, well, I'm like, dude, you got to go over there. These people are like way ahead of you. They're like just figuring out, well, if you do this, you do that. I'm like, really? Wow, look at you on the bleeding edge of logic. Of course, you know, over there, they're living in the shit they built. It's so fucking well built. Here it's like, oh, we got some cornfields. If you want to run through the corn maze here, we could do that. So what do you guys do up here? Well, we just farm everything out over. We're just a clearinghouse. How's that work? Oh, pretty good. We just print money. And then we just sit back and we're like, yeah, how's that working out for you? I just sold that. I got on my Bitcoin. I couldn't take the pain anymore. Well, thank you, brother. I just bought your Bitcoin off you. Really? Did you do that to me? I'm a victim. I need reparations. You Americans are over there having too much fun on your iPhones, I think. We're going to spank you. We turn off the spigot. Then everybody's like, wait a minute, that turns off my spigot too. Oh, fuck, turn it back on. God damn, turn it back on. So the fundamental view is that, well, they also, the narrative, the news, you know, it's all propaganda in the sense that it's all laggy. It's all laggy shit. So everybody knew that was going on, right? Like, come on. When Bitcoin was in action, remember the guys that were like, we stole so much Bitcoin, we're going to give some back. We're so upset about it. We're just butthurt mentally. We broke our own hearts. We're going to give some of it back. That was amazing. Could you believe that was possible? What's the next fucking thing? Okay, what do we got? We're looking at gold. Gold's on a rip roaring tour. I think gold is going to be going up. I hate it because I'm a gold bear, but looks like we're going into this vacuum. We'll go after this thing. This imaginary guitar solo from the imaginary world. All right, back to the beginning. In the box. I have to double click everything. I guess there's settings. I have to get to the settings here one day. Someday I'll figure it out. I got the settings thing here. Color, you get to pick the color too. Doesn't do an overlap though. Alright, so it doesn't blend it. That's right. So here's the big structural level overcome on the dailies. And no RSI signal there either, so why RSI sucks in a way, because there's very few signals. The trend, this is the 3-period moving average to blow away any fucking ICT scheme. Like, seriously, if you can get into a low volatility, so you also have to trade with tight stops. So here you would have been trapped, right? You would have lost money on your dream bot because it's going to buy, but it's also going to, and if it sells and if it starts to trade 1x, then 2x, then 3x, you have to add money to the account, by the way, if you're just going to have $1,000 on there in that account. So the other thing they probably, if you don't have a lot of money, like these people that say they have 3 cats and a dishwasher, like this triple bottom, are you really waiting for this on the daily? No. Because if you could buy one of these fucking bottoms, if you could buy this, anything below here, you mean tell me you wouldn't dump it out of that box? You just, in fucking 3 days, you've just made how much money? I'm presupposing you bought down here because it's a 618 extension of your girlfriend's ass. But, all things being equal, you got the sellers are coming in into this floor. Actually, it overshoots the structure level. So, because this vacuum is too big, this trend line's been going on too long, there's too much pressure. You're kind of looking at a pressure situation. And for a little bit, if you look at this pattern right here, you could say, well, this is just like Bitcoin takes off, does this crazy top, here's supposed to be support, and you're like, holy shit, like when it takes out this low, gold, people are like, what the fuck? I knew a guy that was buying real gold, and I said, dude, you should send your scrap in right here. Dude, send your shit in, dude. This is crazy bullshit. Like, this is like, buy down here. So they did. And this is a big lock-in. Buying deep down here. I'm sure the weeklies are very deep at this point. We zoom into the weekly. And it's a lot smoother data. It's more obvious. I got this huge trap. And we've overcome that amazingly, harshly too. Very, very strict smash. And the closing floor was this one. You were trapped under it. You banged off it. Sellers came in. Then they overcame it. And now you've broken this trend line. And it looks like smooth sailing. The dollar's going to get fucked. And crude oil goes down. People make deals on the side. The pressure builds up. Here's a nice trend line breakout. Doesn't pull back to it. Cuts through it, so that blows that argument. But it's the pressure, the constant tightening up of the market. Like if you can draw trend lines like this, you're in the midst of a triangle formation. You can't draw that over here. Right? You can't really get a triangle going here. You have to have the market go sideways, and the triangle starts stacking up with a congestion. And you got pressure from here, looking back. Now this giant vault, all this shit up in here. Then this deep debasement. Here's the mind-blowing price of a fucking 1,500. People love that 1,500. 15,000. 15,000 on Bitcoin, 1,500 here. Here's a fractal smashing against a triple bottom. Literally a triple bottom. Perfect. Linear on close, but the wicks are deeper, certainly. It's like this. A lot of congestion just before the explosion is the other kind of pattern you're looking for. Is like here's a congestion, and then she's I'm going to say this whole thing is you call it distribution, attempted accumulation. It's just going to be a doji. That fucking 2 months of bullshit. Then she crashes through the floor, and the buyers come in like fucking nuts. So people that like to buy this lonely island in the summertime, they're outskirts of town, the outliers. This is the idea that these are unfair prices, unsustainable, unfair for both people. I mean, nobody's going to win the lottery that many fucking times, but we double wick. And this is what kills people, because they draw a trend line and close and they buy here, and then they put their stop here or something. It's too tight. If you buy here at the end of the week, so here you'd be buying, and you're kind of chasing in a way, but according to the rules, because if you bought here, you'd say the same thing. Oh, look at this, fucking too late to buy. No, not really. And I think we're going to crush this vacuum, this one on gold. At least that's the bullish argument. The bearish argument is you should be selling, because what I said earlier was you should sell into that. But these are all size positions that are going to matter. And you have to be ready to compromise. You have to compromise. You do have to do that. So you have to be very oil's a buy, unfortunately, on the 4-hour. But on the monthly, it does look like it's doomed. I mean, it has that look to it. And look how the broad range of this instrument is so broad that it's just so insane, you know. But it would be delicious to come down here. Get it down to $61 a barrel. Get yourself back to the 50%, the halfway of this insanity. We're almost there. On closing prices, we are in the middle of this. If you do your Fibonacci on closing prices, you probably have a better success because there's less choices. You can't come up with bullshit Fibonacci's. Same thing with trend lines. You can't bullshit the trend line when you have closing prices. This is the fucking trend line. It just fucking is, and it fucking broke it. Okay, you may not like it. So trend lines don't work. I'm sorry, but trend lines are always like, this is a giant triangle. Like, hello. Actually, I'm going to say this here. This is a giant triangle. Here's a giant triangle. They're fucking big. This is the monthly chart, for fucking sake, okay? When this starts to come and cut this shit out, hello, bye-bye, ba-bang. It doesn't even, dead cat bounce. Oh, fuck. What's going on here? All right, what's going on here? Then these 3 years. Wow. Now it looks like wah wah wah. Come back to reality, people. No, there's plenty of diesels peeling off. Diesel will be at 350. Watch. You come back to here, you know, diesel. The whole fucking market's gonna crash on that shit because people are playing the spread on that. The mob is fucking retarded, lagged, and fucked up the ass. I'm sorry, they're set up again. The masses are asses. A friend of mine, this guy played drums pretty good, man. This guy could play great drums, just great groove, you know. But he's very insecure about himself. But he played amazing, and he used to say the masses are asses. I thought, yeah, but you know, he drank himself to death. That wasn't a good choice for him, but. Never good to peel off. Hot wife, and he drank tequila. So I don't know. That maybe that's part of the problem there. Hot wife kind of blew his head up. She was really still hot. That'll do it right there. Give you a fucking heart attack too. Be fucking too hard or something like that. Bye-bye. Ask John Entwistle. Right? Shit happens. Put a shit happens sticker in your ass and you have to fucking look at this. Nice work there. You did real good there, son. You know, did a real good job. I can count on you. Every time I need something fucked up, I just call you. Seem to be able to do it real good. Oh, nice, beautiful. You do good work. Oh, no, I love it. I'm not sarcastic. Sarcasm, no, fucking don't. Come on back to here, baby. Come on back to the starting gate. I can fill my car up and buy another car just to fill with gas. I have a bunch of cars about. Okay. I went to the junkyard. I got some gas tanks. I filled them up. I'm prepping. And then I got one of those pods and I dug a big hole in the backyard with a sustainable shovel. A woke shovel. I use myself a woke shovel. Cuts better. Cuts. Dude cuts like a fucking knife. It feels so right. So we got the euro dollar. It's coming off the ceiling. It had its glorious retracement. Beautiful, fucking insane, dumb shit trade. I think it's dead. It's stalled out. Everything's kind of drifty, coming into the end. I come in here with my bottom. It's like this. Set it and forget it, son. Ain't nothing you could do gonna change that. So my recommendation to this kid is to put in your limit orders like this, whatever they are, 6 hours, swing trades. I'm buying this bitch when it plunges. This is my only thought. This is the dumbest primal trade I have for you today. 37 pip stop with a 23 pip take profit. 6 hour expirations. Okay, baby. Lay him in. Let's have the market sell off here. I want to get filled on this shit today, please. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Don't forget to subscribe to my non-subscribable subscriptions. Don't forget to unlike my video, dislike, and report me to the authorities. Don't forget to, oh yeah, that's right. Tip your hookers and your waitresses. What's the difference? I don't know. The girl at the restaurant's bringing me food. The girl on the street, wow, she's cuter though. Well, she's got that lived-in look. You know how people buy torn jeans for a lot of money? That's what that is. It's that high-end ripped clothing. I paid to have these jeans look like they've been lived in. Remember the jeans that guy was selling for $400? A couple patches of leather on them, and real mud. Real mud, dude. What I look like? Well, I got a fake Harley. I'm a weekend warrior. I got these little stick-on bugs I stick in my teeth. You see, I've been out on my motorcycle. Look at me. I'm a tough guy. I'm on a motorcycle. Me and Elvis. I put Elvis on my... I listen to Elvis on my headphones when I'm driving. That's what I do. Electric glide. Have to have my electric glide with my electric... Why they outlaw? Did they outlaw that shit where you can't put ground effect lights on your car and shit and fog machines out in front? I like to drive in the fog all the time. Put a fog machine on my car, pull me over, say can't have fog machine. It's bad for the drivers behind you. Really? Eat my exhaust. I haven't seen a lot of those trucks with the, I guess I have to go to the deep city to get that trucker that's got that obnoxious exhaust. It's all tweaked out. I tuned it, did you? Just for me, like you tuned your guitar, like the way Bob Dylan tunes his guitar on those albums. Okay, so here's our big buy in the Canadian dollar. On the 4-hour chart, we were buying this plunge. While those goobers were selling into the moving average, I was buying against them because I can't stand the goobers. They sold here, and I said, well, you going to sell here again? Oh, yeah. And then I cashed out into here. So that would be my trade. I buy this. Buy. Martingale in. Hope you don't blow up the account. Cash out. And then I buy below here. Buy. I'm buying all today, all this week, all the here. We came back to the starting gate. Came back, revisit these prices. Big buyer here. It's already plotted out. Everything's all set up. The guy with the toaster oven and the microwave and the ex-wife, he's got to try this system. You put your orders in down here. Now I know it's a slow poke situation. You gotta come down here, fill your orders. Comes back up. Now you wait about another 5 days. It comes back to here. You get the fuck out. Fuck out. It's the end of the week. Get the fuck out. Trade's over, son. Swing trading. Put your sell limit here. 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K. You're getting in thicker. You could call it martingale. You can call it dick and hug. You can call it anything. You can call it smart money. You can call it fucking dumb money. You can call it fuck you money. You need to sell into this shit, son. This is top tick Tommy. People are all like, woo. Of course, it didn't close there. It closed down here. Yeah, closing prices. And that's what all this math, I think actually this math, to be honest, the math might take into account the high and low for this. This histogram of moving averages created out of highs and lows. And it is creating this kind of, if you want to make this your rule, well, once it breaks this cloud here, I mean, I like the way this looks. You could make rules, well, when it breaks this cloud here, you could make that rule. You could be a late comer. Okay, like, I'm here now. Dude, the cops are here now. Like, you missed the chick on the table. Dude, it was 4 in the afternoon. She was doing rails there, and she got all lit up, and she's doing rails off everybody's dick. Come on, you missed it. So, if you're not selling into this thing, you're not that guy. Here's a nice structural pullback. Not bad on the 4-hour, though. 4-hour B. In 20 hours, you just made a lot of money, right? How many hours here? You bought here, you held this for how many fucking hours? 30 hours. I don't know what that is. 4 times whatever this. This shit's happening all the time. I think what's mind-blowing is, especially in the dollar CAD, is how volatile this thing can be. If you put a buy limit here with too tight a stop, you're out of that trade. Why would you do that? That's stupid. Put a buy limit here, buy limit here. So you have to canvas the fucking area. How do you think you win the election? I mean, you canvas, you just cover, you get out a broad brush. Well, that doesn't sound very technical to me. What kind of technical analysis is just throwing in a bunch of fucking orders? I know, son. 618's a kind of a range. Like the 618 starts here. Imagine the 618 starts here and ends here. Maybe that'll help you. Your 618's big. What, I have watched ICT optimal trade entry videos. Not optimal trade entries. So there is only one God, and it's ICT. There's only one entry level, and it's the 618. Now get that shit through your head, or I'll fucking get the paddle out, and I'll make you fucking put a rosary up your ass again. Now, you don't want that without lubricant. Remember the lubricant I used last time? Or we're going to make you wear a fucking mask to the next parade so you can get run over. Now, you notice the people that wore masks didn't get run over. That's right, because it's like the yellow star they wore in Denmark. Remember them Danish? They love the Jews. That's why they got that good Dyna Audio speakers and those well-made tables. We used to go to House of Denmark to get that fucking oblique design, that fucking contemporary Zen mindset shit. Before Zen, it's like fucking transcendental furniture. You know, you just fucking wrap your mind around the Zen of all, the design of it all. Made out of wood blocks and shit. It's like caveman, high-tech caveman shit. Really very much like the indicator I wrote here, which for $389.99, no, my stuff is priced at $310 even. That's right, people. I psychologically broke the barrier of price discrimination. I know a lot of people say for $1,199, just below $1,200. I got this deal for you. Like, when is that going to fucking end? Please call me Jesus. It'll be the day that masks end. Masks are never going to end. In fact, how about a dick mask? Just get a, like, can I just get a nudist camp? Can you put a mask on your dick, please? Just a little helmet mask, because, you know, dude, like, really? What if you just are too excited? Masks for everything. How about, like, that? They have to come out with a mask that is very high tech. It takes in consideration the baby breath, where you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. The circular breath that a baby, your natural breathing. And you should practice that when you're trading. When you're losing a lot of money, I would say practice that. That's why the Zen trader is the investor mindset. I'm waiting for the ultimate setup in the ultimate universe of my Gartley pattern. I don't think you understand. You seem kind of jittery and kind of like drink too much coffee. You should probably be a scalper. Maybe I should do like a and these and the guy is so cute. So the guy took the oh gosh, the trading challenge, FTMO or something. Is it FTMO? He took some kind of prop house challenge, and he just missed by a little bit, just by a little bit. But he got himself a Christmas tree. It's so cute. Got himself a Christmas tree. Kind of broke my heart. It's like, dude, you just need like a fucking inflatable doll and my scripts so you can make some money. Get yourself a real hooker. A real one. God, this girl is so cute. I gotta go back to her, man. I'll just leave her a fucking package. Give her like little turkey gravy. Make her a little give her that. What is it? That fruitcake that everybody's trying to get rid of. Is that still a thing? Are people still making fruitcakes? Well, now I'm saying, dude, people are starving to death all around the world. Gotta get what you can get. Are they really starving to death, man? And some people, when I'm at the store, I'm like, dude, you gotta go home. Like, you are so fucking fat. You are so extremely obese. Like, how is this? This speaks for genetics. You're how fucking old and you're alive? Now, what kind of universe is this possible? Well, our technological universe. That's how. Figure it out, man. Look at my Bitcoin account. God damn it. I bought it at 30 grand. Oh, man. How to trade Bitcoin. Now nobody wants to hear about it. It's the time to buy. It's just so funny. So now that it's been discredited fundamentally, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Happening real time in front of you. For the first time ever, trader's dream. We didn't have charts like this when I was a kid. Dude, I'm 65 years old. Give me a break. You know, when I was a kid, we looked in the newspaper, and I'd think to myself, I couldn't even think in charts. I was like, ooh, it went up a eighth of a point. And then when I went to it was trading at a half a penny. I mean, half a dollar. I go, that's like 50 cents. Like, I had to do the math on that. That's like 50, that's like 2 quarters. I have 5 shares of this fucker, dude. 5 shares. And Chris Kraft. So that's when I had my first trade. My dad's business partner bought me 5 shares of Chris Kraft at $5 a share in 1970 or something like that. So what is that? So I guess I've had that kind of first scratch and win. So it's $25 for the total position. It was $5 a share. And I watched it go all the way to $1. And every Sunday, I think it was Sunday, was the stock. No, every day in the paper you could see it. Was on the American Exchange, I think. So it wasn't on the New York Exchange. It was an Amex stock. And I thought, geez, look at this fucker. Huh. And then it came all the way back to $5, and I said to my dad, it was like 1980 now. It had it like 8 years of stock. 5 years. That was a lot of patience for me. Being a kid, I didn't really think $25. What the fuck? I mean, back then it was kind of a chunk of money. You could have got yourself. I think you could have actually filled up your car like 3 times or something. It was gas was $1 a gallon. 50 cents a gallon. And I held that, and when it got back to 5, I told my dad I didn't want to get out. And he said, really? And he goes, okay, I guess so. I don't know what the commissions were. Jesus fuck. I don't even see, you know. So it's kind of strange because it went to, years later, of course, Chris Kraft went to some ungodly amount. Go ahead, look if you don't believe me. And of course, you know, I didn't really, it's $60 a share. I was trading at $63 at least. I think last time I looked at it once. And I don't know if it paid dividends. I didn't think in those terms, you know. But that's honestly my first trade. I guess that was when I had the thought of money being made by, I don't know. There wasn't a lot of Wall Street movies back then. There wasn't the movie called Wall Street with the guy with his hair slicked back. And so that psychologically wasn't in the background. And if you're 20 years old or 30 years old and you're looking at the world now, and you can see Bitcoin as a chart on your fucking app in your phone, and if you're just a shoot from the hip, in other words, if you just say, wow, it's kind of hard to go against the news. So the news being the fundamental, supposedly the fundamental interpretation of reality by analysts and very sophisticated people. is that Bitcoin is garbage, and then but you've been trading it so-called technically, or just look on your gut, going, "Wow, geez, it's kind of hard to go like so." You really have to be a contrarian to make money, a fundamental contrarian, and I guess a chart contrarian. I'm that too because I'm like, okay, it looks like people hate Bitcoin. It's blue. People hate it. Oh, they hate it. I'm into it. If you hate it, I love it. If you love it, I hate it. You say yes, I say no. You say hello, I say goodbye. Because we need to have this constant checking. Because we don't have a checks and balances on ourselves, then what are we going to do, right? The devil on the shoulder, take the trade. So I sold the euro last night, and I had to put my orders limits way up high because I wasn't going to trade into the drift. So I was going to wait for the next cycle price pulse, and I'd say, well, I'm just going to sell into that. So I was slightly short into it, and I thought, well, I'm a little bit short into it. So psychologically, I was short, and I'm already there. Now I just have to place orders out in front of me. So whether I'm wrong on those baby trades, and I might take those off the table because they were like 40 pips underwater. So that's about. I put it in 50. The first trade I did was on my phone. This guy talks about his phone. I think it was in the middle of the night. I rolled over and I think I put a few in the middle of the night. So stopless trades on the phone. That's the problem. There's no stops on the phone. I'm not going to put one on. It's too hard. Putting a limit in there is hard enough. So I'll put a few limits in there so I can see that I got filled. So I put limits in. They're indicators for me. So 1K without a stop isn't going to bother me. A standard lot without a stop is bothersome. So if I put a 1K in, one at the market, and 10 1Ks on limits, it's not going to bother me. 10 pips apart, I can afford that. I don't think the market's going to go 500 pips against me and blow up the account. So what is psychologically acceptable risk-wise? So you have to train yourself to enter on grids if you're going to limit trade like this. Pendings, smart money, supposedly. I think the only smartness is looking at the structure and saying, sure, I'll buy Bitcoin. I committed to also commitment, which I've not been good at commitment. A lot of things to take discipline. I'll buy something and then I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's okay for one day. So when you start to, I don't know what it's like for somebody who has $1 zillion. The guy that won the lottery in California is like, okay, so I can buy anything. Yeah, well, money can't buy me love, right? Money can't buy me love. Well, unless you give a hooker money. You have a wife, Yeah, wife, here, go. I bought a car for you for Christmas. Here, can you give me a reach around at least? Here, thanks. Bless your heart. Yeah, we love you. I love you to death. You're always on our mind. Willie Nelson. Because you're always on my mind. So that first trade really did kind of spark it in me, and I thought, wow, that's really cool. And then 1980 came, and it was 1988, and I saw computers, and I said, God, if that computer could trade for me, he's smarter than me. I'm not so smart. So I did the whole computer thing, and sure, it's better now, but it's still a fucking clunky mess. I think the person that can use a concept, so you have a concept of buy low, sell high, and then you just scale it. It's a scaled concept of buy low, sell high, because you have to take profits. If you went long, you have to sell to take profits. So you're forced to sell high and you're forced to buy low, or lower than you were before. So the turtle trading view is buy high, sell higher. The swing trading view is buy low, sell high. Okay. If you can see, that is, in a nutshell, that is trading. Now, you have three entry order types to engage in the jump rope. Whether you're going to jump in the rope, are you the guy that's standing with the jump rope in front of you and you're going to jump up and you're going to begin your own jump rope, or are you going to get into a giant jump rope with other people? And time your entries so you know when to get the fuck in and fuck out, because you cannot sustain. Well, the dream is that you live in the jump rope and range trade it forever, but once the market goes in the trend for 20% of the time, all your chop bots and all your range bots and all your limit schemes are going to be destroyed, and you're going into this price boundaries. So once the boundary's been destroyed, if gold should go above 22, whatever the all-time high is, it tips into that window, it pulls back, and then it rips back into that window. You're gonna have to sell on limits spread very wide now, because it's a potential that we're gonna fucking rip to $3,000 on gold. All it's gonna take is some high-profile goober, Elon Musk, whoever it is, and once the headlines, oh, this guy's buying gold, everybody's going to jump on the gold train, and it's nuts. Then some guy goes, you know what? We finally got into Fort Knox. Some guy hacked in there, looked at the security cameras. There's not one speck of gold in there. That's the kind of fundamental news that just rocks people's minds. Don't forget peak oil, $160 a barrel. Don't remember the news headlines? Go back to the news headlines on fucking oil in the summer of 2022 and just check that shit out. How about the 25 days of diesel left? What happened to that story? Well, I don't know. I guess there's more days. We just found some here with the ballots under the desk. We'll just carted them out and counted in the middle of the night. Sure, it turns out we got more diesel than we thought. Really? You mean your books aren't up to date? Have you ever seen how systems run? Systems that are that big are so bureaucratic, it's just its own fucking juggernaut of clusterfuck. Backfiring like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang's got more fucking shit, more smooth idle left. It's a fucking mess. Life's messy, dude. Drive around. So you go to the pristine neighborhood. You don't think the people in there are fucking is scared? They're still wearing a fucking mask, dude. I know it's a fashion statement now, I think. Let's hope for the love of Pete. It's a goddamn fashion statement. Oh my God, stop. How about a mask that talks for you? I'm not talking through a mask. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm here to... What? Can you fucking... I can't understand you. You don't have enough semblance. You need more semblance in your life. If you're wearing a mask. How about this? How about a mask that has a little baby, like a bullhorn built into it? Wouldn't that be sweet? Sellers came in. Dollar CAD, big buy. Buying that dollar, baby. The CAD's fucked. If you think we're fucked, the Canadians are double fucked. They still wearing, they're going to vaccinate again? Huh? I guess that didn't work. And they got that guy running. Well, he's a pretty guy. What, the girls vote for him? What, are girls like registered to vote? Are the girls stuffing the ballot boxes? I know the girls are hot over there too. Everybody's hot looking in Canada. What does it matter? I've never seen an ugly Canadian girl. I'm not kidding. I used to go on these dating sites and I'm like, that chick's fucking hot. Yeah, Montreal. I'm not driving to Montreal, dude. Wow, Quebec. Look at this girl. She looks like a girl. Fucking A. There's no ladyboy here. That's the real girl. Fuck, I'm not driving up there. Toronto? Maybe. Windsor? I don't know. She looks like the girl from here. I don't know. This is a sweet trade here. Dollar CAD buying that pullback this whole week, accumulating. You had to be a seller in dollar CAD up here, man, above top tick Tommy. Oof. Nice fucking. You like dollar CAD? People love this shit. If you like fucking vicious market, dollar CAD. Limits down here the rest of the week, all next week, for the rest of my life. I'm buying down here. These are dumb shit easy trades. How are people not making money? Trading too big, trading too often, trading too fast, trading too often, trading too big. Oh, look at that beautiful trend. Buying every pullback. She's leaving the gate. NASDAQ, I said NASDAQ. Last month I said big old buy, but she's still got to come down for me to get in. But in the monthlies, a sell on the monthly. Still the big buyers in here. Like I said, we're going analog. I think that's every time I look at this chart, I think fundamentally, people are going analog, dude. There was a time, let's say 40 years ago, when people said stuff like 50 years ago, well, you know what? Real estate. What's the key of real estate? Dude, I used to be in the real. I did it all. Okay, I signed up for the no money down real estate course. I mean, it looked really good, you know. But then I realized, oh, you got to talk to people. I go, well, I don't want to talk to people. I want to like con people out of their house. This house really not. No, you can't really. I gotta lie to people. Like I really thought being a real estate salesperson was a little bit too much. Look, this is like the Bitcoin. So this is the dream Bitcoin here. Remember this? It's 2015. I don't know if people remember this shit. And then she rips. And this is the same pattern, but look at the fucking depth of that. You can't even afford to ride that train before it leaves the station. Like you're trying to get on this train and you keep getting kicked off. That compared to this, I know it's the same pattern, double bottom in the middle of the trend, big uptrend. This is the tidal wave theory. Okay. And look how inherently bullish this is. The other problem is, as soon as you get above here, volatility gets all crazy. Like, look at this beast fuck. This is fucking technology. Of course, this is China, you know. China. And that's like all the fucking money flooded in for all the emergency services. It's an emergency. Yeah, your life's a fucking emergency, you drama queen bitch. So now it's just doldrums. I'm predicting, here's my prediction for the next 3 years. I make this end of this year, so it takes us, well, we got to get 2 years of more bullshit before we get back to capitalism, so we'll have more doldrums before NASDAQ can advance into the golden age. No, I mean, I don't even know. Is there dividends in what's going on here? So we have to think forward. No more hindsight, people. Step away from their fucking playback machines. Are we going down here? Like, so the ultimate question is, are we going down here? Holy shit. I don't think so. I think there'd be a whole big problem. Do we keep dripping down here? Let's only think about the time we have left, people. We're going to die soon. We have this year, next year. So this is like 5 years out. I think we could come into this box in the next 5 years. My prediction, I think we could come up into here in the next 4 or 5 years, whatever that is. 3 years, let's not make it. So yes, if you buy here on this lock under the floor, you are a genius. You're holding long. Now, I would buy in pullbacks this whole time we're in this bear market. So she went bearish on my system right here. As soon as she turned blue, she's a bear. And you're only supposed to sell rallies in a bear market. This is what they tell you in all the books. 500 pages. I've read all the books. So that's another thing. I have $10,000 worth of. I think I spent at least $15,000 in trading education with all these people. You name them. I can tell you that this is a bear market with the tightest moving average. In every book, you're told to sell only when your system is bearish. This is your bias. This is your view, your filter. You're only allowed to sell rallies. So you should have sold this one. You should have sold this one, and you should be selling this one at the end of the month. You should, right? But if you did the same logic here, you can see how that it can be very dangerous. If you buy here and you buy here, and then they come back and promptly stop you out. Hello. So you had to buy this, which is a beautiful setup. And this is so bearish on the weekly. This is the monthly chart. You got to buy that. You got to buy this. And I said that in videos. I said, people are trying to sell this, and there's a vacuum above us. I swear to God, go look back 2 years of my videos if they haven't deleted them for inappropriate commentary. I said that people don't get it. There's an abyss above. I call it the abyss above. People lost their fucking minds. COVID. And then the tragedy. Well, COVID's like, well, we made money, and then uh-oh. Marxist policies kick in. Turn everything off. Step away from your TV. We've taken control of your television. We have control of the vertical, the horizontal. You're fucked. Those aliens. So in the 60s, we were afraid the aliens are coming. There's going to be a nuclear war. And then they started talking about nuclear war again. Oh, so cute. Dude, blow it up. Can I be at ground zero, please? I'm just so bored with you people. Oh, but we're over. Okay, the Ukrainian chicks are hot. I got it. Dude, I'm all over that. But is it worth losing a limb? I mean, you're going to lose your wallet with these chicks. Can I get another ice cream cone? Right up your ass. You're already too fat, honey. The reason I married you because you were a fucking crack whore on the street and you were so methed out. You're like a fucking rail. You looked really ready to go. And now you're just a tub of goo. I never should have rescued you. Now you're a tub of goo. That's the lyrics. I'm working on some rap music here. I don't want to tell anybody that either. Can't give away all the store secrets. How does he make money again? I'm an air fern, dude. I gave up. I checked out. I do not have a Ferrari. I don't even have a Mustang. I just have a new car smell strips I put up in my old car. And then I have like one of those things you put in the wall. I'm not sure if it's environmentally friendly or sustainable, but I'm putting one of those scented. It puffs out scent. You plug it in the wall. I hope it's not on the grid. I'm thinking about getting a solar panel though, just for that scent puffer, making it smell all pretty in here. All the time, smell pretty in here. How you do that? Well, you know, the girls I bring back here, they smell kind of. I have to clean them up a little bit. That's the sell window for the limits. But you got to have some deep pockets for this NASDAQ. Fucking thing will cut your hand off. Look at this weekly sell. This is a trade that you'd have to take, though. You got to sell here, you got to sell here, you got to sell here until, Mama told me not to sell. Oof. But see, I'm the guy that's buying this. I'm that guy bought that wick. I loaded the wagon on this wick, but I loaded the wagon all the way down. Okay, now I can't really trade NASDAQ. And with nanos, you could have put nano lots in here, and you could have accumulated this whole fucking weekly smash down, and then whoosh. Back to the floor. Sell again. Big old sell. Big old buy. Buy, dump, right? Buy, dump. So you're dumping into this. It's bullish on the weekly. You would have bought this. You would have, honestly, in NASDAQ, if you could afford it, you'd be just trading all this bullshit. This is the one that rips your head off, but that's the weekly chart. These are gorgeous buys. This is like picture perfect. The end of the bull market too. Buying here, sweet, beautiful buy. Top tick Tommy, row, Marxist. Everybody out of the pool. They just cut the pipeline. Oof. The lag, 1 year lag. Oh, you figured it out, huh? So all the giveaways are gone. Yeah. Classic. Classic sell. Big structure sells here. The moving average doesn't quite nail it. Fucking obvious closing prices. It's so blatant, dude. The closing price, there is no fucking... It's the end of the day. Like they say, at the end of the day. And this is when they clear the accounts. Actually, candlesticks do work on a daily, because if you know how to trade them, like if you have a doji like this, if you have, say, a doji, I got limit orders on the wicks all the time, right? Either direction, just because. But at least at the end of the day, that's when they settle the accounts. And that's when the margin requirement overnight is bigger. At least it used to be when there's real exchanges, okay? But you're digitally trading it anyways, your execution. So that's the real closing settlement price, and that's when people close their books. And at the end of the week, at the end of the month, these are real things, end of the year. So people close their books, and then you're going to see the markets... you're at the end of, you actually have a yearly candle, which is something you can see, but you're probably going to see a lot of dojis on the yearly, because the market's 80% doji. 80% is big wicks. How can you trade the wick? So yeah, the investor mindset that you own the Bitcoin, you still own the Bitcoin from $2,000, so you're like, hey, look, I'm still up in the trade, shut the fuck up. It's a winning trade, shut the fuck up. Dude, it was at 68 grand. I think I talked to a guy on the stream that was buying it at 30 grand. I mean, like I say, if you do not take fucking profits, you are so fucked. And I think he had some hot girlfriend. So that's another thing. This is like to trade more than one instrument, to me, is like having 3 hot girlfriends. I just couldn't devote that much attention to each individual Spazzarella situation. It's just too over the top to do everything properly, to actually do what should be done for each instrument, for each situation. It's just overwhelming. And people do think once you figure it out, you're like, wow, I got this, I'm ready to go. Then it becomes overwhelming in that sense too. It's very it's a rangy market. So if you're not a good range trader and you want to look for the holy grail trend trading, then you're going to have a low frequency trading. You better be right. You better be right on more trades, of course, because it's a low frequency situation. But that's all I'm thinking today. So I'll put the link to the scripts in here, in case this guy stumbles across me commenting on his YouTube, which is adorable. 25 years old, and ICT has rekindled his dream of... at least he did. ICT taught him this. Kind of have to wait for the setup. Yeah, better that you don't trade, right? From your phone, dude. Wow. So trading from your phone and just going in naked without a stop is brutal. Of course, your account's your stop at that point. We realize that. Hopefully that's a known aspect of trading, is the possibility of losing all your money in that account if you don't put some regulation on the frequency of trading and the stop tightness. It's always going to be a problem. So the way around it is to put short expirations on your tickets and trade close to the market. So that's a logical trade. This way you don't get involved in anything that doesn't fit your criteria of momentum. You're going to put your tickets in. Now, if the news just came out, you probably have to trade really deep with short expiration to keep the same risk level that you would trade with overnight, quiet. It's the middle of it's Thursday. There's only tomorrow left, and there's Monday. Trading's going to come back. So trading's probably be pretty drifty and pretty small moves now. So if you accommodate that, if you can switch gears and you can downshift and drive in the city, and then you can drive in the highway. The highway is going to be the trend trade. You sit back, you put the cruise control on. Look at this fucking vacuum fill. I'm ready for this one. Dude, I accumulated over the past 3 years for this trade. Yeah, so if you started buying Bitcoin at 20 grand down and you're martingale in now, you bought more at 15. I'm ready for this thing to leave the station. Now you sit back and you fold your arms and you're in cruise control. But for the drudgery of making money continually on a weekly basis, supposedly consistently, otherwise you're consistently drawing on a big account. Is that your idea of consistent winning trade? Not really. Most people say, well, I want to day trade. Don't try to day trade, son. As soon as somebody said that, I'm like, when do I start? If you tell me not to do it, no, don't do that. Now, driving, no, here's the thing. Now, I just want to pro tip. Now, when somebody's in the room shooting, don't try to outshoot them. Why not? I heard some asshole on the radio talking about, when you should look for a place to hide, run away first. I'm like, dude, if I got a gun, I'm going to be sitting there going, I'm ready. Of course, if you own a gun, you should be ready. Some people maybe aren't ready. They shouldn't own a gun. So, just because you got a gun doesn't mean you're really going to win that one, right? So, yeah, don't bring a gun unless you know how to play it. Don't bring a guitar unless you know how to tune it. All right, so it is some guns jam when you break them out. Oops, damn, we got 2 guns. Bring 2 guns. Yosemite Sam got 2 guns. See? Look at him. He's still alive. See? Back off, Jack. Close to the market. Trades. Higher frequency of fill. Expiration times of 1 hour. They'll disappear in 1 hour. Come back, reassess the chart. You should be able to make a quick and dirty view of your chart and say, yeah, looks like it could still come down. You shouldn't have to break out a fucking MACD, a goddamn fucking... even this pretty looking indicator I have, I really don't use it. I just do it for the video because people, I think it looks striking. It's dramatic. I'm going to trade the structure regardless of the color of this fucking thing. And it's just too distracting for me. Like I'm from Canada, but so yeah, I don't. I'd speak Canadianese. I'd speak in a Canadian accent if my wife was that hot. Maybe that's why the guys talk like that over there. Like, you should see my wife; she's really hot. So I do what she says because she's really hot. And she told me to take this trade. It's not my trade, but she's winning more than me because she's calm and I'm spastic and it's not working out. She's going to leave me for the guy down the street who's gay. So that's not going to work out. I don't know what to do. Forget it. Anyway, so here's my closing thought is we're going to take a nap. Don't forget to eat your turkey. I really should publish the video before this. I'm putting the dates in there because I don't want to be... I want to... I'm not paying attention. So when I do the video, I'm trying to make it timely. So that's why I'm doing a timestamp for the title. Because I'm making sure, oh, yep, that's that one. And luckily, YouTube is able to say, you already uploaded that one. I think. They're keeping track for me. So I like to think I keep track of shit, because the older you get, you want, I got that. No, I got it. I'm not Joe Biden. I ain't shaking. Dude, I ain't fucking trying to shake midair. I'm not trying to fucking hug a void. What do I look like? The market? Like I'm trying to just like go out and I don't want to be like that, man. I want to be lucid. I pride myself in my lucidity. And my loquaciousness is a problem too. That's why I make the video. See, I'm saving all my friends and family, me barking, me just constantly saying nonsense. They're like, would you shut the fuck up? No, I will not. So I try to, when I was a kid, my sister had this movie she watched, which really creeped me out. It was the creepiest movie I think you've ever seen. She was really into it, you know. And if I annoyed her, she'd say, "Stop! I'm watching the movie." And I think she watched it several times. They replay the movies back then. We didn't have recording devices. And the movie was about this guy, his brother. He told his brother, "You won't shut the fuck up." He goes, "The fuck I won't shut the fuck up." He goes, "You won't shut the fuck up." He goes, "Really? Watch." So he put him in a fucking room, this lucite room, clear box, and he said, "You're not allowed to speak." And he had microphones in there, make sure he didn't talk and shit. And I don't know if they try to taunt him like the Buckingham Palace guards, but they had him to the point where he didn't talk. And when he finally let him out in 10 years or something, 5 years, I don't know, they said, "Okay, you're out now. What the fuck you got to say for yourself?" And he couldn't say shit because his vocal cords had fused together. I don't know the name of the movie. I think the movie's like, "Why don't you shut the fuck up?" Because if I did, I'd never be able to speak again. So his vocal cords mended and atrophied, and apparently he was fucked. So that's, I guess, atrophy is the lesson there. So if you're gonna, you're gonna live your life, you gotta either live it, you either gotta, what do they say, go, either defecate or get off the pot, right? So you have to move it or lose it. And the fear of missing out is built upon a real thing, which is if you don't hunt, so the girls are probably better at limit order entry because they're gathering a position. It's okay. I don't care that I'm not in the market right now. Well, the guy's like, "I got my finger on the trigger. I'm going to kill that fucking motherfucker. You watch." And your wife's like, "Honey, I just put fucking C4 on the floor. When he walks in, it's go kaboom." Yeah, I know we lost the kids in that one too. So my wife wasn't that bright. Turns out she was trying to kill me. I came home, I'm like, "Huh, you put that C4 on the floor, didn't you again? I told you only use a gun with these motherfuckers." Gun? Oh shit, I gotta clean it and everything. So there's two approaches. The C4 is my approach. In other words, put the limit order in. Market order is okay, I guess. I caught you. At the exact moment you were breaking in my house, I caught you, I shot you. But you know what? I'm just going to, my buddy, Tequila Trader, Samurai Trader, he would put fishing line with fishing hooks in his basement. He had a bunch of gear down there. "Anybody come down here, they're going to get all fucking tied up in this shit." I go, "Dude, they're going to sue you to death." He's going to get some fucking libtard attorney. "Yeah, he's trying to fucking hurt this homeless guy." Dude, he's trying to steal my fucking insanely high-tech equipment. How dare this fucker. I got gold bars on display down there, dude, with lights on. It looks like a museum down in my basement. Handguns and everything under glass. "Oh, I took the bullets out. Yeah, in case somebody breaks in, I'll just be able to show them the antique weapon and they'll blow my head off." But what was that bullshit? "Well, you got to keep the bullets in a separate. Why have a gun?" I don't know. It just seems like if you give me like 8 minutes to load it and clean it, then I'll kill you. The fuck, dude? So that is the same problem with the market orders, once you know how to trade, you'll realize that, or once you know how to pull the trigger on a trade, you go, "Well, you know what? I was in my car the other day driving to work, and I was in a car, and I was driving to the store, and I just thought, well, looks like there's no thing going to happen, and I'm just going to go to the store and get some groceries. I know I'm in this big position. I'm just going to let that go." And my tequila buddy and I used to do that. "Well, we can let that trade rest. We'll go to the store. It'll be fine. Come back, the fucking account's underwater. What the fuck happened?" Well, wouldn't it be great to have some kind of trigger that you could pull when you're in your car? You go, "Oh, fuck. Get the fuck into this trade. Like, I would actually double down on that trade, right? Get your fucking booster, buddy. Number 6, double down. Government's here to help. You know how much money's sitting on these fucking advertising firms' books they gotta use? I'm still hearing ads. Come and get your fucking butt fuckers. Come and get butt fucked. Yeah, right. Line up. Bend over now. Ain't I been over enough, son? We can't get anything like that. You're gonna break your crooked. I don't want to puncture anything in there. Straighten out. Straighten out, flat right. This he told me when I was a kid. But I was a fucking liberal back in the day. I'm still a tree hugger though. I like trees. I'm not saying I don't like trees. They make good tables. Okay. All you wood carvers out there know what I'm talking about. And I love a tree. I'm a tree hugger too. Hugging my table right here. In fact, this tree is very fucking happy. I can tell. There's a smile on my table. If I drop enough acid, I can see my table smiling back at me. That's another thing, kids. Those shrooms, you know, that's a natural high. That'll change. How about trade a demo account? Here's a challenge for the weekend. Get out your demo account. In fact, get a demo account and trade on shrooms. If your performance goes up, you're going to have to quit your day job for this. Because you won't fucking be able to drive to work, son. You drop them shrooms. I see the charts for what that really is. I can see support and resistance miles ahead of everybody. Yep, draw a trend line to space. That's the Gartley view. Put that fucking trend line out in space. That's all you're doing. A harmonic trader. Harmonic handles. I have my harmonic handle robot I'm release. I've got harmonic handle robots. That's if I just named them that, maybe I can market them better. I do want to see if I can ever get the time in my life between all the porn and all the hookers and all the fucking YouTube just absolute morbid curiosity flicks. All the horror flicks that I had to let that rest because there's not enough fresh horror flicks coming out. The industry of independent horror flicks is kind of dried up. There's another trend coming to an end. I can see it coming to an end. I'm like, yeah, there's no more fucking hot chicks. Yep, that girl's out. These all beat up now. There's still a few left, right? The new ones. God, I was just watching a documentary about that chick that was about 20 years old. She was a singer girl. Unique voice. Very girlish. Super girlish girl. Her name is Gimme. Yeah, give me some of that. Super fucking hot chick gets killed by her one of her so-called fans that thought that she was talking right to him. You're talking to me. It's like the ICT people. I know you're talking to me. Yeah. Now, don't forget to feed your cats. At the end of this video, all the ICT watchers, do not forget to feed your cats. They may not meow because now they're depressed. They can't even meow. The cats are a trip. They're like fixtures. I drove down the street on the way home from the gas station. I took an alternate route. I gotta get some GoPros, dude. We got a whole fucking the world is just so nature, Mother Nature, being human beings are like, I think they're animals and their habitats are so fucking unique. Like this species, I can see how aliens, if they landed on this one street, like in that I just watched it for the 80th time, Twilight Zone video where two aliens land in a bar and they give this guy superpowers. He's able to punch a wall. It's Burgess Meredith. He's able to pick up tables and shit. And smash. He picks up the building and shit. And then it goes terribly wrong. But if you come into because you come into these situations and you drive down these streets and people got American flags out, like hardcore, you know. These are real McCoys. These are the real freedom fighters. These people are living on the edge. Beware a dog, fences, toys. And then I come across this one house. I'm not kidding. The GoPros, I gotta get one. That fucking shit's unbelievable. Two cats. You got a white cat on the top of a pickup truck and another cat on the ground. They're just the one on the truck sunning himself. Then a little doggy down. And when I stopped to take a picture, I had to drive away because this lady came out, and I think she let her dog out. This little baby dog came out. And I thought, oh my God. But this is like real. This is real life, you know. Because you're not in a mansion, because you don't have a Ferrari. But you got two cats and a dog. And it's Thanksgiving. And it's just, you're alive. There's nothing else, man. Sure, you could have all that shit. You can land on the moon. Remember that? This guy rented, I think William Shatner, who I love to death. William Shatner. What a fucking hilarious guy. That guy is fucking. He's confident. He's just completely smooth. There is no hesitation. That was what they're saying about this chick, this gimme chick. She'd been singing since she was 6 years old or something. She had no hesitation. Complete throughput. People love that shit. They love when something is continuous. Consistent profits, please. Okay, so there's a buy here in the euro. I'm not taking it. I'm selling into the euro as it goes up into the drift zone tonight, up into the unplowed snow of future price. The days of future past. Tuesday afternoon. I'm just beginning to see clouds are on the way. So yeah, it's sell high, buy low. It's that stupid. It's that redundant. It's that repetitive. The only thing that ever matters is volatility and the size of your account. Small accounts cannot handle volatility unless you adjust your stops. And now you cannot ride big waves. So the dual-edged sword is money management, is the necessary evil to keep you from becoming a zillionaire. And, or the necessary catalytic converter, I suppose, to, if those even work. Jesus fucking Christ. Does anybody really fucking believe this shit? That's the mask for your car. I don't know. Is it doing something? Can somebody please comment, dislike, and unsubscribe, and just tell me. You only have to do one thing out of 3 on this video. And we say that. Don't forget to share, dude. Don't even think about sharing this video. I'll come kill you. I find out any of my materials being copied, just like ICT. He hunts down people, then you spend the rest of your life coming down hunting people. Did that hear you say that you were posting some of my videos? Oh no. Not gonna happen. Does not. No. Sell high, buy low. I think it's drilled up to my head. Do I have my gun ready though? Is my hotspot on? Can I wake up in the middle of the night, pull the trigger, go back to bed? Sure. It's going to entail you doing that. Unless you commit to, I usually don't put orders past 8 hours expiration. So I'm never really without an ability to, and to me that should be about right. Even if I'm 10 pips away from the market and it's the middle of the night, if it's a swing trade, instead of buying at the market, just buy 5 pips deep with a 50 pip stop on a limit. Because if you really know, just try to avoid trading at the market at all costs. Because they're really dumb trades. You really don't think it's going to move any more than that? So try to trade very tiny, 20% at the market, 80% on limits. Just like the range, 80% of ratings. Ranging, your market orders would come in handy when you're like, oh yeah, this bitch is going up. Right? That's going to take that setup. And then that's the nice thing about the line chart is it's going to force you not to pull the trigger until you get the rally. Wait for the rally, even on the weekly here. Pull the trigger. Go in. Put a wide stop in. Go in. Yeah, it's going to work. It will. It's not. If you back test it, it's going to blow up the account because a back test does not have a fucking. Unless your robot is so sophisticated that it knows how big the trade, when to pull the trigger, when to get the fuck out, when it's insane, and not to mention that back test does not include your limit strategy, which is be on a separate account, possibly, unless you can mentally handle commingling these things. But no, you cannot just trade on limits alone. You cannot just trade at the market alone. And I'm not even getting into stop entry because your market order is your stop entry, in my opinion. It's as bad as a stop entry. Stop entry is ultimate goober confirmation. It does work sometimes if you live in Canada. But I don't want to think like that. It's too much to take. Besides, it's a whole nother rewrite of a script to make it a stop entry. I do have ones that are called single drop buys, which I just opened up the file and looked at it. It's a limit and a stop all in the same ticket, but it's directional. All it does is buy. So if you need be, if you really want to do this kind of confirmation entry is if you have that drop and you drop it below, it's going to be a limit, and above it's going to be a buy stop. And granted, that buy stop may expire unfilled. It is true that could happen, and that is the beauty of the expiration. Always put an expiration of 8 hours on all tickets. 8 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, because you don't want to fucking get picked up on a buy stop that's really fucking high now because the market dropped. And sure, maybe the market comes zooming back, hits your buy stop, and fills you, and then whoosh, oh, dude, no, you want that to expire, right? If a buy stop's trailing here, they have to expire. They have to go bye-bye, right? They're gone. They're gone. They keep disappearing, right? They're gone. They're gone. And then you want to martingale in on that, on the buy stop side, because you want to get in super fucking big here when it rips up, and super fucking big here on the buy stop side if you insist on buy stop entry. But the buy limit guy's making more money because he bought all this shit and you just got filled on this crotch. He's in on the feet. You're on the crotch. She's upside down. Okay, when you hang him upside down right after you rape him, right? I've seen enough forensic files to know how to abuse, how to really exploit all the limbs, the head and shoulders. Come on, what do you think they're talking about? Head and shoulder trade? Hello? This is stuff cannibal. If you're a cannibal, I'm speaking to just the cannibals now. They know what I'm talking about. About the chick that put her husband in the suitcase in New Jersey. 2 separate suitcases, like he's a big guy. It was her luggage. I didn't do it, but it's your luggage. Okay, maybe I did it a little bit. I thought about doing it. Somebody beat me to it. It's nuts. Yeah, they stop. It's like a stop hunt. I thought of that, but then, damn, fucking somebody came in and ran on top of me. Now what the fuck am I gonna do? Now am I supposed to make a living now? It's just not fair what you done to me, son. Took all my ideas, opened up another ICT account. Now look at you. Fucking A. We're all doomed. Okay, so that's my my analysis of the market. It's Thanksgiving. It's now 12 o'clock. I'm holding my bitcoins until they become a zillionaire, and I'll be happy. I'll be happy again.